Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is VlogsBoutNothin. Thank you very much for tuning into the channel, watching my stuff, being a part of my life. I really appreciate that. I try to reciprocate in the kind of ways that I can, as it is, just kind of like trying to show everyone how good old American boys live their middle aged existence. I first also want to start out by giving a huge shout out, just the absolute hugest shout out to the Endevr documentary channel, which has 1.16 million subs. And wouldn't you know, they responded back to a comment that I left earlier on YouTube. And so, like, that's pretty cool. Anytime the large creators, are engaging with us just lowlies, you feel me? It's actually really, really cool. And so I'm going to put a link in the description below. I know that at some point, it may not be tonight or tomorrow, but this video in particular will have the number of views that deem it worthy to have such an honor to have been mentioned and pinned as a top comment on one of their most recent videos. So again, I encourage you to check out Endevr's channel, link in the description below. Moreover, and more specifically, I'll also include the link in the description below of where the Vlogs About Nothing guy ended up chatting for a real cool sec with a content creator that has over 1 million subs. And so, hey, wouldn't you know, we're making some progress. Every day it's just a little bit, but you add up that little bit each day, and by the end of a few times, it adds up to something real meaningful. It really does. And so that's why I work relentlessly to sort of try to be the most entertaining kind of a old school vlogger as possible. I'm naturally an energetic guy, and I'm happy to share that energy with anyone who wants some of it. Take all of it. Seriously, it's kind of a problem sometimes. But regardless, thanks again to Endevr. I really appreciate you engaging with me. And hopefully, maybe at some point, you'll consider subscribing to my channel. And I know that, in fact, that would do absolute wonders. And so, again, I look forward to working with some of these guys in the future. I truly do, because, I mean, as you all know by now, I'm aiming to do nothing with my life. And wouldn't that be just such a privilege to do nothing alongside individuals in a collaboration to sort of make a positive impact on the world? I think that's a pretty good goal, and I think we're well on our way to accomplishing that. And so specifically, it's going to lead right into what we're talking about tonight on this video as our impromptu topic, which is in fact the yacht video that I just kind of prefaced as it concerns my own reaction to such a video. So again, once and last time, Avi, feel me, but it's like, thanks to Endevr, getting these kinds of films out onto the open net and being able to openly discuss the kinds of fallacies or the grievances that we wish to kind of fix in the world is imperative. The particular video that we're making a response to now is just that. It's a video about super yacht owners who are able to, kind of skirt international law in their respected countries, all while, and this was not mentioned in the documentary, obviously, right? And this is kind of where my opinion of that documentary comes in as it concerns the people that were featured. So far as I know, I last checked, I think there's close to 8 billion people. I'm not sure. There's many millions of people in the world, in the world, on the globe, and it's unfortunate that just a few dozen, a few thousand of us enjoy the real kind of quality of life that is essentially stolen from us. Money is made up, but money creates resources. And then resources are gobbled up and not shared appropriately. And as a result of the greed and rampant corruption that is an ongoing kind of topic here, especially speaking contemporarily, it's a big deal. And so these people that own these yachts are really far removed from reality. I mean, it's interesting to note that in the private business world, as is an example in the video, just link in the description, there are multinational corporations who employ 6 to 7 different nationalities as co-captains on some of these super yachts. And it leads me to believe that there definitely is, cooperation, and definitely things can be achieved with a little bit of diplomacy. Unfortunately, that kind of diplomatic relation is not extended towards lower class people or even middle class people for that regard. And that there's a problem inherently. That's a problem. The private world being able to conduct business, but the public suffers as a result of the efficiency. That I mean, that video also highlights a lot of groundbreaking technology as it concerns freight, cargo, traveling on large vessels, something that impacts every single one of us every single day. Some of these large shipping container routes and ports of entry where they dock their boats, and it's a big time game, and it's a really big deal to see this kind of thing so that we can acknowledge the kind of imbalance that we all have to deal with every single day, regardless of what country we're, from or that we live in. I think obviously the very privileged thing about being an American citizen, is that we basically do have, a lot of rights as it pertains specifically to publicly airing out our grievances with our government and so forth. And so I think anything, and I've said this before in the program, I'm not a huge fan of excess. I think that's where a lot of people get a lot of things wrong in life, and that's where a lot of mistakes come. And, I've made enough mistakes in my life to last me 10 lifetimes. And as I get older, I really, really get more interested in trying to rein in my mistake to success ratio as it concerns, my livelihood and so forth. And I think I don't understand as other people when they get older, they don't see and or are frustrated as a result of the kind of reality that we've made for all of ourselves, and at the cost of so many other people that we don't ever get to see or know about, but definitely exist. These people definitely exist, and it's at the cost of poor people that the world is able to kind of take whatever crumbs were given from the people who actually control everything, which is even more ironic if you think about it in that way. Like, because not that many people, have so much, but it makes us all look real bad when there's so many people that have nothing. We all look bad. It makes it's a bad look for all of us. And I really think that. I really truly feel like that. Super yachts, I'm a desert boy, you know what I mean? And so yachts haven't ever, or boats in particular, have never been a big part of the culture here in the Southwest. We have to deal with Mother Nature and all of its barren landscape, and we don't want to go into that rabbit hole, right? Because there's many rabbit holes to delve into all over the place. I'll spare you on that one. But yeah, I just think that at the end of the day, Endevr has a really great channel, and you guys should subscribe. And I'm elated that I was pinned on one of their comment boards and interacted with. Again, these guys get flooded with thousands of comments, and so I was just happy to be a part of that conversation. Moving forward, it's not ever a slight on anybody to be successful. As a social capitalist, for the record, I hope for all of your success. I really do. But when that ambition to achieve success is rooted in fundamentally evil things, then that's a problem. It doesn't matter how hard you work or what kind of a person you are, ultimately the end result is always going to be the same unless something changes, and that's kind of why we make the channel here and we make the videos. I'll remind everybody kindly that I stream 4 times a day. I'm now live on Patreon, so please do consider giving me a few bucks each month. You feel me? You'll get so much more in return, I promise. And I mean that. I've dedicated my life moving on forward to this channel as as a public, personality. I kind of have given up all hopes of a private life, for some time now. But this is kind of this is it for me. The road doesn't go anywhere else. So I really do appreciate you guys. I hope that you have a really good night. And again, thanks once more to Endevr for shouting me out. Link in the description below. Sub to their channel. They're freaking awesome. You all have a great night. Okay, you all. All right. Bye.